Trust me to nearly walk in some dog poo. What's happening, guys? I'm back with another vlog today, and well, of course, it's been a long time since I've done one of these, but reason why is because, well, of course, we're now allowed to do unlimited exercise, but as well as that, we're allowed to meet up in groups of 6. But the thing is, I haven't really got anyone to meet up with at the moment. I mean, Ryan's already got another part-time job, so I can't really go there. But saying that, it's nearly his birthday, so hopefully I'll be able to see him at some point. But for the meantime, it's just going to be me today, but still, it could be worse. But what's really new, apart from obviously going for slightly regular walks, I can't really say they're like all the time, like every day. They're every couple of days, and as far as I can gather, it's very weird. Like, there's not really a way I can put it apart from, you know, like it's a strange world we live in. It's a very strange world, but there you go. And hopefully, well, I mean, it's been a long time since I've done one of these vlogs, and I'm curious to see what the results are going to be, especially considering the date it is. I mean, it's very overcast, and fair to say, it's very it's very nice to get out. But what's new with me? Not really much. Like pretty much, I've just been in my, like, most of the time I'm really in my room, and like I can't really think of much to do. In fact, my motivational level has been on the down low, if I'm being honest. But that's slowly coming back. You know, I am trying hard, but sometimes I don't try hard enough, if I'm honest with you. But hopefully we'll see a change in that. But again, it's not really that likely. I'm just trying to see if this is going to help, mostly because before, well, like 2 weeks ago, my mental health was at an all-time low. Like, I was hardly eating. I was actually getting very little sleep, or sometimes I'd sleep in for too long, and I often missed breakfast. So definitely not good. But at the moment, you know, I'm definitely on the road. Like, I'm definitely getting better. So I just thought, you know what, on a day like this, especially when it's not too sunny and too hot, I thought I'd just come out and just have a little stroll. This is one of the great things about living in the middle of Kent, is you get endless scope of, you know, all this. You know, you get really nice, beautiful green meadows, and, you know, you've got endless pathways to have a look around. And not to mention, you get very pleasant temperatures, so what more could you ask for? But anyway, back to what I was saying. So I thought I'd talk about my podcast real quick. I mean, the thing is, I can't seem to put my finger on exactly what they are. Like, are they podcasts or is it a chat show? Because in my eyes, a podcast is more of like, it's hard for me to actually really explain. A podcast, I feel, is more like, you know, you talk about things, and then you take that and not only just make a video, but you also put it on like Spotify or some other streaming site like Prime or something. But I don't know. Ooh. Also, kind of what's going on in the US because of what happened to George Floyd, and, you know, rest in peace, my man. You know, he did not deserve any of that. Like, very unjust from that of a policeman. But still, and I mean, all the protesting that's going on is unbelievable. Even in London, it's kicking off at the moment. Like, I'm pretty sure Boris is having a little bit of a panic attack, and I still hear a lot of different opinions about Boris. Like, the thing is, even though I'm not a Conservative voter, I still think he's still trying to keep everyone happy. But that's the thing, you can't. It's very hard to keep everyone happy at the same time. Everyone's going to end up having their own opinion. Everyone's going to start, you know, throwing bricks. And this is the thing, because the protesting side of it, that's to spread a positive image. You know, they're saying, like Blackout Tuesday and that sort of stuff, or Black Lives Matter. Of course they do. Absolutely. That is 100%, you know, that's good. You know, they're not out there to cause violence. That's where the looters come in. Because I saw a few videos of LA, and I saw a protest. That was a very positive experience. People marching along, trying to spread a message. And then, of course, later on in the video, like when it starts to grow, when the day starts to go towards nightfall, you see a very different image when you see other people in masks running into shoe shops and as well as I think it was a fast food place, and I thought, oh my god, gee whiz. And they were absolutely trashing the place. And then I also saw what looked like one of those wheelie bins on fire, and I thought, what's the point in that? Around here, there's almost hardly anything like protesting, because, I mean, what's the point? You know, when you got endless scope, you got nice green fields like this. Like, why bother protesting when? I mean, of course, like the protests. You know, again, I keep saying this. I think they're very good. You know, they're trying to spread a positive image to the people. You know. And this is another thing I also noticed, because I saw what looked like a bunch of, they seemed innocent people, like they're actually pushing innocent people towards like a wall of like an embankment and firing tear gas at them. And I just think, are these police for real? Like, they're just protesting. They're not like trying to hurt you or anything. They're just trying to spread an image. They're not trying to cause carnage. That's the looters and that's all the criminals. And the thing is, like, the thing that really does get me the most is how have they got the manpower to use tear gas and flashbangs when realistically they, like, if the protesters were turning violent, then they have the right to do that. But as far as I could tell, there was none of that. So, but it beats me. Like, I mean, I'm one to talk, but I'm not one of the like, I would never dream in my life of ever doing anything like that. Like, I've got better things to do in my time. But still, I mean, what's your guys' opinion? Because in reality, it really is just a bunch of rubbish, if I'm being honest. Like, the protesting again, that's good, you know, that's good. But when you see things like that in the news, then everyone just goes off on one, and it becomes an absolute atrocity. I mean, if you look clearly enough, there are some good people in this world. In fact, there are a lot of good people in this world. The COVID idiots, they're few and far between now, but you will still get like one or two people who are still quite, oh my god, a lot of flies around here. I completely forgot this way was actually full of flies, especially when there's a freaking auxiliary truck going by. But still, yeah, but as far as I can gather, you know, to those who are protesting and trying to spread a positive image, you know, my thumbs go up to you. Like, you keep doing what you're doing, you know, you spread that image to people, you simply just, you put your vision out there, and I guess, you know, you just make sure you're bringing it in a convincing way. Looters? No, not at all. That's criminal. You should be faced with justice for that. Like, no one ever, like, not a shoe shop does not deserve to be looted, no way. But what's really going on in my life? Well, as far as I can gather, it's really null and void at the moment, because, well, if I really wanted to be somewhere, it'd be Flip Out. If you guys know me, like, I'm sure you guys do, because I've got what, like 20 videos of me at Flip Out, and or I'd probably be at the snooker club, but even that's all closed. But if I had to really say what I'm really trying to do at the moment, I'm trying to provide at least some half decent content. And I will say, like, going back to my podcasts and all that, so my podcasts, well, I'm going to give them a rest for a while, because in my opinion, like, they're a lot of effort to film and a very big effort to edit. Like, it means I've got to go through about half hour worth of footage, and sometimes I had to make a little cut here and there just to make it flow a bit better, because there's often a long pause, and I feel like with that in mind, it would be better off. And hopefully once things settle down, I actually once this whole situation has flown over, then I should be able to start getting some guests involved, and I reckon that will definitely be quite unique, because that should hopefully make the podcast seem a little bit more natural. Yeah, but no, I want to ask, what are you guys up to nowadays? Like, how are you managing to keep your time going during this whole situation? I completely forgot that it was that overgrown around here. It's... Ow! Ow! They need to get this place all sorted out. It's a perfect place for puff adders and stuff. So I go... Right. Do I go that way or that way? Yeah, my gut instinct says go left. Let's go this way. To be fair, it's actually been a while since I've been this way. because actually this is actually not far from where I actually first went to school, like back in my primary years. Yeah, that area was never actually so overgrown before, and yeah, this looks very different. It's like an orchard to me. This whole area used to be just a complete field, like just full of what I thought was just crops, like wheat or something like that, but they've changed it. Never seen this bit before, but that area is all overgrown, and that trench around there, I used to play there when I was a kid. Just used to always debate with my friends who'd be the first to be bitten by a snake. And the funny thing was, we never actually ever saw a snake. Actually, no, that's a lie. We were on that side of the trees. That's obviously where there's a big field, where like the school field or whatever. And I remember we actually just came from the trees. Like there was like a little area in there where we could like run around and climb the trees. And we literally had a look on the edge of it, and we thought we saw like two luminous snake eyes, and we panicked and then just ran. So, and obviously if you do that, then whatever's going to chase you, they're going to chase you, wouldn't it? But it is weird. Like walking around the area you grew up in. Got people playing in the park over there. Yeah, that's all been expanded, and it is a Wednesday, so I suppose in a way you are going to get people around here. So, but it is weird because now the government is saying we can now play, like, we can now actually do more sports, and they are actually restarting the Premier League. So, but I'm not making. There's no comment on that one, because honestly, the Premier League, it doesn't really interest me in the slightest. What I'm interested in is, well, I know I've already said it, is snooker. They've got the Championship League going on, and I mean it's fairly exciting, but it's not really the same when there's no crowd giving you applause. I mean, I think sometimes that's generally some of the best bits about it, like the crowd. But yeah, hopefully at some point I might be able to get Ryan back into this. Like, I mean, I don't know, because he said to me that he's going through an awful lot at the moment, and I do wish him all the best. Like, if you're watching this, Ryan, make sure just take the time you need, man. But it'd be really cool to see you again, because he actually made a video of, if you need help, get it. And I agree with him 100%, because he was going through a hard time, just a few hardships, and sometimes getting out in the countryside and just being able to express your thoughts and being able to just sort of switch off for a while, it's definitely very satisfying. Like, it really leads you to your heart's content, I think. Oh yeah, and also to update you guys on something I haven't actually mentioned in a while, Enerzaid. I actually got another case of them in, and I think I've got to be honest, this pack of them is actually a little bit flatter than I remember. They used to be very fizzy when they started to get them into very good production, but now they've, for some reason, the lids on the bottles, they seem a lot looser than I remember. Like the first time I actually had to open one, it was almost like trying to open a beer bottle just without a beer bottle opener, which of course is impossible. Unless of course you've got really good teeth for it, but still. And on that, like, I haven't really heard much from them, like, as of late. I actually messaged them, like, literally the other day, and they actually replied back saying, we're all good here, Dan, hopefully still, like, we're really happy that you're still supporting us. And so I should, I do enjoy the drink. Obviously I don't drink it like every single day, like constantly, like say like that's the drink I'm going to drink with my meal, or I'm going to drink it literally like water. Nah, not like that. It's too sugary. I'll probably end up getting diabetes. So no thank you. I mean, hopefully we might be considering going back to Y Downs at some point, which I think would be quite nice, because I haven't been there for a while. Last time I went there I was actually with Ryan, and we did something just like this. Like, we had a bit of a vlog going on. Although I will say, I think that vlog, it was mostly him talking. I hardly really said anything. I may have said one or two things here and there, but didn't feel quite as excited as he was. He was definitely like on cloud nine. Like, he was definitely very happy. Because I have actually been trying to do a lot more, like, a bit more photography, and actually on my Instagram I put up a few pictures of a few walks I've been having, and I actually will admit they've come out quite well. Like, I was quite impressed with how well it actually came out at. And if you actually don't follow me, I've actually got my Instagram and all my socials down below, especially my Facebook page. and I think you might find it quite interesting, but choose if you want to. Like, if you don't want to follow, that's fine, no worries by me. But fair to say, like, you know, coming out today, I've actually definitely enjoyed myself, you know, just being able to walk around, you know, just being able to get out the house and just do something, you know, because I've had enough of moping around in my room every single day. Do you guys ever really find that whenever you're doing a vlog, like any YouTubers who are out there who are maybe say just starting or in the same sort of like, in the same boat as me, like a few subscribers and, you know, you're getting a few views here and there, but, you know, whatever. And you're doing a vlog, and do you ever find sometimes when you feel a little bit, you know, you feel a bit anxious to turn on the camera because there are other people around you, or whenever you're vlogging and you're stuck there thinking, what do I say next? Like, you're trying to make things up on the spot. It's very hard. Like, the struggle is there. Like, I've had trouble before. I mean, even earlier on today, I've actually had times where I feel a bit like I don't know what to say next now. I'm sort of stuck now. I need a bit of a help here, and it is a bit tricky if I'm honest, but well, you know, sometimes I end up improvising really. And you know, improv is something you've got to really become good at if you're really going to get into vlogging, especially holding the camera like this, which if you haven't noticed, I've had to switch it from left to right because, as you can probably guess, holding a Canon 80D is not easy. And hopefully I might actually start vlogging around out and about in future. So this is going to fall under an out and about vlog, so hopefully we'll be able to kickstart that one off again, because admittedly I think everyone really was enjoying those. So anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed, and make sure you stay tuned for any more coming up in the future. I'm sure I'll be vlogging not every day, but over the next few days I might actually take you on a very similar adventure to this one. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any videos. Make sure you guys stay safe, take great care, and I'll see you next time.